Hello, Ezemy one, and welcome back to Rat Run. I'm your usual everyday time puzzling rat girl, Ezemy Chica, and today we'll be doing Rat Run 4 Borderline. Experiment 4, Blue, 26th of June, 1974. There is something about this rat. It's as if she's actually keen to do well, regardless of the cupcakes. Almost like she knows what we're working towards. Elliot finalized on one-way doors this morning, which will be tested in the blue maze. Rules. Normal Sudoku rules for 9 by 9. That's normal. Even the experiments, rats a cupcake through the maze. No diagonal moves in this puzzle because there are no spaces large enough to accommodate any diagonal movement. We've got black currants, which are 1 to 2. We have one-way doors now. Things may only pass through a purple arrow if moving in the direction the arrow is pointing. An arrow always points to the smaller of the two digits it sits between. So these are essentially inequality signs. The larger digit is in the open mouth, and the smaller digit is towards the point, which also doubles as an arrow indicating which direction the path can go in. Test constraint. In this experiment, the correct path will be a valid region sum line, i.e. box borders, dotted lines, will divide the path into segments which each have the same sum. So there's not a lot in the way of new concepts today, but I'm going to go over what little there is to see. Namely the inequality symbol, which is basically the only thing new here. Region sum lines are interesting, but they can't really be generalized in any way because we have to actually look at the topology of the path to know what we can do. Although, well, I'll do that in a second. First, we have the inequality, and there's exactly one property that really matters here. There cannot be a 1 on the large side because there's no digits greater than 1 that are allowed. And there can't be a 9 on the small side because there's no digits greater than 9 that are allowed. So, yeah, that's basically all that we have to work with here. And that's inequalities. There is one little thing that we can look at here to start off the logic, though, and it is that the path from the cupcake is only 2 cells long. So whatever sum the region sum line is, because every section of the region sum line will have the same sum, it has to be something that can be summed in 2 digits. But that's not really something we need to worry about yet. Put this back. Put this up here, just I guess as a reminder in case you forget that there are no digits greater than 9 or less than 1. They don't exist for the purposes of this puzzle. And let's get started. Let's start puzzling. So, we can start with the line from here to here, and that means the sum of every section of the line has to be within 2 digits. Now, I'm going to use this funny little tool, this killer calculator. Calculate cell sums is very useful for this sort of thing because you can just highlight any number of digits, well, up to a certain point, and see what the possible sums are. So the sum has to be in between 3 and 17, because 3 would be 1 and 2, and then 17 is 8 and 9. And that gives us a bit of an idea of where the path can and cannot go. The maximum is 17. If this is 8 and 9, then it can only be up to 17, which means the path cannot visit any box for more than 6 cells at a time, or 6 or more cells at a time, because the smallest sum you can fit into 6 unique cells is 21, the digits 1 through 6. So it can never pass through any section of the grid that's forced to visit 6 cells of any box, like this. Or down here, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it cannot pass through this way. And notably, I believe it cannot go through here either, because that's 6 cells. So I think we can cross up that. I guess it could go through that way, maybe? It could come through here, it can go this way. It just can't go directly from where Finks is to the endpoint. Like, it could go around like this and then loop around somehow. Obviously not exactly like that, but I don't think it can go through this way either, because that has to be 6 cells, so it can't go through here. And depending on what this sum is, it might not be able to visit only 1 cell either, like this. Because that means the maximum sum would be 9, which is quite low. But let's just see if the path can even go through here. 9 can be the sum of at most 3 cells. Because if you have 4, the smallest sum is 10. So it has to be, if it visits this cell, then the max is 9, which means every visit has to be 3 or fewer cells, which I don't think is possible because of this section down here. Like, it can't go through here because that would be going the wrong direction. It wouldn't be able to go through here. It would have to come up to here, and it would have to go through here as well. So that would be 4 cells, which would be impossible. So it cannot pass through, well, it cannot pass through this area, which means it has to go this way. We know it can't go up from here, because that would be at least 6 cells, so it has to come down. And I think on this end, we also have a wall that goes all the way from one side to the other. If we start at Finks, then the path has to go from here, down to here, up to here, through here, just sort of zigzag through here. We've already established that it can't be a 1-cell section, so it has to come down through here. Yeah, I can't go directly from this box into this box, because that would only be 1 cell, and that isn't enough digits. This section, it can't go like this, but it might be able to... No, it can't. It just has to go directly down. Then from here, it could go 1, 2, 3, whoops. Oh, shoot. Okay, here is something interesting, because it passes through this box in 2 cells 4 times, and each of these visits have to have the same sum. So that's pretty constrained, because as some of you might know, all of the digits between 1 and 9 add up to a certain number, and that number is, well, it's a bit of a secret apparently, but it adds up to 45. So if we leave out one digit, the sums, the leftover numbers divisible by 4 are 36. Actually, it's only 36, isn't it? 36 to 44. Oh, no. Yeah. it's 36, 40, and 44. So the sums can be 9, 10, or 11. It has to be at least 10, so it has to be 10 or 11. Um, so in order to leave out 40 or 44, this has to be 1 or 5. If these are all 11, then the sum of their total sum is 44, which leaves out a 1. If their individual sum is 10, then their total sum is 40, which leaves out a 5. This one could also be 10, because it could be like 1, 2, and the 3 would just have to be over here. It could be also 2, 4, 1, 3. Because 10, there's a lot of different ways to add up to 10. But there's also quite a few ways to add up to 11 as well. Well, 11 in 4 cells, that would be 1, 2, 3, 5. So that would be 1, 2, and then 3, 5 here. Notably, that does mean that the path cannot be 5 cells long. So we can add a bit more to that. It can't go this way. It has to come to here, and it can't go further in that box. It has to cross the line, so it can't go down, and it can't go directly here, so it has to go like this. And there's the full path. Now we just have to put numbers on it, which is easier said than done. Um, where to start with this? We have another 4 cell sum. That is interesting. So this set would have to add up to 20 or 22, but the smallest it can be is 21 because it's 6 unique cells. So the total sum has to be 22, which means this has to add up to 11. So the region the number, the sum, is 11. So that means these have to be 3, 5. This is 1, 2. Also here is 1, 2, 3, 5. And 11. Okay, I'll write out the sums for 11. That'll give me something else to do. So 11 can be made in 2, 3, or 4 cells. Let's start with 2 cells. It can be 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, and 6, 5. Well, 5, 6, if we're putting the smaller one first. In 3 cells, it can be probably quite a few different combinations, actually. In 4 cells, it has to be 1, 2, 3, 5. But 3 cells, what are all the combinations for 3 cells? Well, there can't be that many. Actually, I think there are quite a few. Because it's basically take any of these combinations and then break up one of the digits into 2 others. Let me see. So we have like 1, 2, 8, 1, 3, 7, 1, 4, 6, 2, 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, 5, 3. Actually, I think that's it. Huh. Yeah, you can't have a 9 because it would be too much. Okay. It's a bit messy, but what can you do? Um, I think that's all of them. I hope I'm not missing one. That would be bad. Anyways, Right, this is 1, 2, 3, 5. These have to be... Oh, right, because we're leaving out... These are all 11, so that's 44, meaning we're leaving out 1. These are also 3, 5, and 1, 2. This has to be 3 and 6, because you can't have a 5 next to a dot. Okay, interesting. So we have 1, 2, and 3 in here. So these have to be 4 and... Whoops. The 2 digits by the dot have to be 4 and 8, and the remaining 3 digits are 6, 7, and 9. And they have to be in this order. These 2 digits, if we have a 2-digit sum that doesn't include 1, 2, 3, or 5, it has to be 4, 7. And this has to be a digit greater than 4. And it has to be a digit in a sum with a 1 to 2 ratio. So it could be 2, 3, 6. It could be 2, 4, 5. Well, no, it can't be 2, 3, 6, because 3, 6 would put a 2 here, which doesn't work. It could be 1, 2, 8, or it could be 2, 4, 5, and that's it. Pretty sure, anyways. 1, 2, 4, 7, 1. Oh, this 1, 2. So this has to be 4. So this has to be 2, 4, 5. So this is a 4, 7, 3, 1, 2, 5. So these 3 digits are 6, 8, and 9. The remaining digits in this box. Over here, we've got one of every 2-digit sum in this box. So that doesn't really tell us anything until we can nail down a few more digits. There's a 1 on this line. And there's no 3 or 5, so it has to be 1, 2, 8 or 1, 4, 6. Doesn't really help. Still quite a few possibilities. This one can't include 3 or 6, so it has to be 2, 9, or 4, 7. There has to be a 3 up here. Well, actually, these digits are 3, 8, 9, because we have the other 6. I keep forgetting to draw these on different layers. Whoops. Oh well. These digits are 6, 7, 8, 9. Interesting. So this has to be 2, 3, or 5. Oh, it's 3, 8. Cool. That's a 3 here. This sum is 3 digits, not including 3 or 8. So it has to be 1, 4, 6 or 2, 4, 5. Huh. That doesn't really constrain anything, but it does put a 1, 2, 4, 5, 6 quintuple in this column, I guess. It doesn't really. It just means that the 9 has to go here. That puts a 3 here. There can't be a 1 here or here. Because 1 cannot go on the largest part of the inequality. Wow. It's unlikely there's a 2 here, but there could be a 1 there, so I can't rule it out entirely. This is becoming a very messy solve, but whatever. kind of all over the place. These two digits can't include 6, 3, or 7, so it has to be 2, 9. Puts a 2 out of here, which means there has to be a 2. Well, there can't be a 2 in this box anyways. So it's not 2, 4, 5. It has to be 1, 4, 6. So this has to be greater than 6. It has to be 8 or 9. This has to be less than 4. So that's 2 or 3. 2, 5, 1. Great, a digit greater than 1. That could be anything except 1. But it couldn't be 1 anyways, because it's in the same row. 1, 2. What were the possibilities for this? 1, 2, 8. 1, 4, 6. Oh, right. 2, 9 means there can't be a 2 here. Oh, and it can't be a 9 there. 9, 5, 3, 8, 2, 1, 6, 9. 9, 2. These two digits are 5 and 7. Okay. These are 1 and 2 in that order. These are 4 and 5. These two digits will give us a bit to work with, perhaps. These are... Oh, well, there's a thing here. That's 3 digits. I don't know if I want to bother with that right now. May as well. So these are 6, 8, 9. So this is 6 or 8, which means these are 3 or 5. These digits are 2, 5, and 7. Well, that puts a 2 and a 9 here. And that means this has to be 5 and 6. So that puts 8 and 3 here. And the last remaining combination is 4 and 7. So that puts us 7 and 5 over here. There's no 4 here, so this has to be 9 and 2. This digit is 7. This one feels like I should be able to resolve. Well, right, there can't be a 2 here anymore. So this has to be 1, 4, 6, right? Oops. And there's an 8 up there. 8, 4. I think that's everything on the path done, yeah. So these digits in this box are 3, 5, 7, 8. Yeah. Why do the work when I can just make Sudoku Pad do it? This is 9. These are 4 and 8. This is a 2. No, it's not. This is a 7. Scanning failure. These are 4 and 6. These 4 digits are... I didn't even use this inequality. Whoops. Wonder what that was for. 1, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Experiment completed successfully. 3 black currants and 1 one-way door. Finks displayed caution around the unfamiliar one-way doors and correctly identified those that should be avoided. Black currant consumption remained optimal. Experiment 5 to go ahead next week as planned. Okay, and with that, next week we will be going to Experiment 5, Disparity. Uh-oh. But until then, mo sono jika desho, oyasu ni.